History remembers thousands of footballers. It immortalizes only a few. Every 4 years, the World Cup gives another generation the chance to change football forever. Millions dream of lifting the same trophy. Very few leave carrying something far greater than a medal. Their names become larger than the game itself. Children who never watch them still celebrate them. Their greatest moments survive long after the final whistle. Their victories become part of national identity. Their defeats become part of football mythology. The World Cup has crowned many champions. History has crowned only a handful of football gods. Why them? That is the question this story seeks to answer. If greatness alone cannot explain immortality, then something far more powerful must. League champions are celebrated every season. European trophies are lifted every year. The World Cup arrives only once every 4 years. Some careers last only long enough for 2 chances. Some never receive a second chance at all. One injury can erase 4 years of waiting. One mistake can follow a player for the rest of his life. One unforgettable moment can outlive an entire career. Club football rewards excellence over time. The World Cup demands excellence in a handful of matches. Every touch carries the expectations of millions. Every decision echoes across an entire nation. Pressure changes matches. Sometimes it changes history, and on rare occasions, it changes the way the world remembers a footballer forever. History never remembers every champion equally. Some victories become something much larger. Football has never lacked extraordinary players. Every generation discovers new superstars. Some dominate domestic leagues for a decade. Some conquer Europe again and again. Some collect trophies beyond imagination. Some finish their careers with records that seem impossible to break. Yet statistics rarely become legends. Football remembers stories more vividly than numbers. One extraordinary tournament can outweigh years of consistency. One impossible goal can eclipse 100 ordinary victories. 1 month can redefine an entire career. That is the unique power of the World Cup. It does not simply reveal greatness. It reveals who can carry greatness when the entire world is watching. Only a handful ever passed that final test. The first changed football before he was old enough to shave. His name was Pelé. The world would never look at football the same way again. In 1958, the world was not searching for a football god. It was searching for a new world champion. Brazil arrived, carrying the weight of decades of heartbreak. Few outside South America expected a 17-year-old boy to carry those hopes. His name was Pelé. He played with the fearlessness of someone too young to understand pressure. He attacked defenders as if history did not exist. He scored against Wales when Brazil needed a breakthrough. He dazzled against France on the world's biggest stage. He completed the final with 2 unforgettable goals against Sweden. The trophy made Brazil world champions. The tournament made Pelé a global phenomenon. For the first time, football had a superstar recognized across continents. The World Cup had discovered something more valuable than a champion. It had created its first modern football god. 1 generation later, another man would reach immortality in a completely different way. By 1986, football already belonged to television. One player was about to make the tournament belong to himself. Diego Maradona carried Argentina into Mexico with enormous expectations. Every attack seemed to begin at his feet. Every opponent built their plan around stopping him. Against England, one match became larger than football itself. The opening goal divided opinion across the world. The second united almost everyone in disbelief. Maradona danced through defenders before finishing one of football's greatest goals. Within 4 minutes, he became both hero and villain. Few athletes have ever carried such contradiction. He inspired Argentina all the way to the trophy. The World Cup no longer celebrated only brilliance. It embraced mythology, controversy, and unforgettable emotion. Maradona left Mexico as something far greater than a captain. If Pelé represented the birth of football royalty, Maradona proved that legends could also be beautifully imperfect. Not every football god rises without falling. Some first lose everything. In 1998, Ronaldo arrived in the World Cup final as the greatest striker on the planet. Hours before kickoff, his mysterious medical emergency shocked the football world. Brazil lost the final. Questions replaced celebrations. For 4 years, uncertainty followed every step of his career. In 2002, he returned to the World Cup with scars few could see. He returned with something even stronger: purpose. Goal after goal rebuilt his reputation. 2 more goals in the final defeated Germany. The Golden Boot completed his redemption. The world no longer remembered the collapse. It remembered the comeback. Sometimes the World Cup does not create a football god. Sometimes it gives one a second chance to become immortal. The next chapter would prove that football gods do not always carry only themselves. Sometimes, they carry an entire nation. If talent alone created football gods, history would have crowned far more of them. Some of football's greatest artists never lifted the World Cup. Some never even played in a World Cup. George Best mesmerized defenders across Europe. The World Cup never gave him a stage. Johan Cruyff transformed modern football forever. The trophy slipped away in 1974. Ferenc Puskás inspired one of history's greatest national teams. Hungary left the 1954 final in tears. Even Cristiano Ronaldo built one of the greatest club careers football has ever seen. Yet the defining World Cup triumph never arrived. None of their greatness disappeared. But history remembered them differently. The World Cup does not decide who is great. It decides how greatness will be remembered. And sometimes, one unforgettable World Cup can change everything. If talent alone created football gods, history would have crowned far more of them. Some of football's greatest artists never lifted the World Cup. Some never even played in a World Cup. George Best mesmerized defenders across Europe. The World Cup never gave him a stage. Johan Cruyff transformed modern football forever. The trophy slipped away in 1974. Ferenc Puskás inspired one of history's greatest national teams. Hungary left the 1954 final in tears. Even Cristiano Ronaldo built one of the greatest club careers football has ever seen. Yet the defining World Cup triumph never arrived. None of their greatness disappeared. But history remembered them differently. The World Cup does not decide who is great. It decides how greatness will be remembered. And sometimes, one unforgettable World Cup can change everything. For nearly 2 decades, Lionel Messi conquered almost everything football could offer. League titles filled his trophy cabinet. European glory followed again and again. Individual awards became almost routine. One question refused to disappear. Could he conquer the World Cup? Every tournament added more expectation. Every elimination intensified the debate. Some believed his legacy was already complete. Others insisted one trophy still defined football immortality. By 2022, the pressure had become overwhelming. It felt less like another tournament. It felt like football history waiting for its verdict. Everything that came before had led to this moment. When the final whistle blew in Qatar, the debate that had lasted a generation would never sound the same again. By the time the 2022 World Cup began, the debate had lasted almost 2 eras. No one questioned Lionel Messi's brilliance. Many still questioned his place in football history. Argentina carried more than tactical expectations. An entire generation carried unfinished hope. Every match increased the pressure. Every victory brought history closer. The final became more than a football match. It became a verdict. When Messi finally lifted the World Cup, the celebration reached far beyond Argentina. Millions believed they had witnessed the final chapter of one of football's greatest stories. The trophy completed his career. The World Cup completed his mythology. But was lifting the trophy enough? If winning the World Cup were enough, every champion would become immortal. History tells a different story. Many captains lifted the trophy. Few became symbols of an era. Many celebrated unforgettable victories. Few changed the way football remembered itself. The World Cup is not a machine that automatically creates legends. It magnifies something already waiting to emerge. Talent alone is not enough. Victory alone is not enough. Even statistics are not enough. Something else binds every football god together. History leaves us a pattern. Every football god entered the World Cup with extraordinary talent. Talent opened the door. Pressure tested it. One defining moment transformed it. The world remembered it. Generations repeated it. Eventually, history accepted it. Pelé gave the world hope. Maradona gave it defiance. Ronaldo gave it redemption. Zidane gave it identity. Messi gave it completion. Each story was different. The destination was always the same. The World Cup did not simply crown champions. It created football gods. And somewhere, history is waiting for the next one. Somewhere today, another child is chasing a football across an empty field. No one knows his name. No one knows the country he will represent. No one knows whether he will ever reach a World Cup. Millions of young players will dream. Only a few will become professionals. Even fewer will become champions. History may choose only one to become something greater. Because the World Cup has never been only about winning. It has always been about becoming unforgettable. Every generation waits for its next football god. The only question is, who will the World Cup choose next?